Where to start? Alright, it's 2022, we're into a new year and motivation is a bit dim. I returned back to training last week, had the first week off just to build back into routine with work and nutrition, just to get my eating back on track, because after the last couple of years, let's be honest, it wasn't as good as it could have been. But this is why I'm here now, starting these videos back up in a comfortable position now where I can keep these consistent but short and sharp. And we're going to delve into the my top 5 reasons for any beginner to start their bodybuilding journey. So the first training tip for anyone when it comes to starting a new program or a New Year's resolution is finding a routine that works around your lifestyle, not the alternative where you find your lifestyle has to change around a routine that you need to begin with. This is number 1, biggest factor. If you have a busy day at work, you're tired, it's the new year, we've got to build back after a holiday, some drinking, some partying, things like that. We need to really assess our expectations to make sure that they're well on path for a consistent result. So with that in mind, we want to find a program that we can consistently do. This might take a little bit of time for trial and error. So you start out with more of an enjoyment. So you go 4 or 5 times a week and you find that that doesn't work. It's too exhausting. You really find that you're struggling to maintain it with outside experiences, being that family, parties, eating. It can be a whole lot of stress all at once. So it really takes a few weeks to adjust to what will work with you. And if you lower your expectations to like 2 or 3 days a week, and you know you can well and truly do that to your best ability, then that is what's going to work for you at this moment. And then you can evolve it from there. So first point, make sure you make a training program or choose and design a training program around your current lifestyle that you like to live, and the foods that you eat, the times that you train, and it will work more consistently for you. So that's going to lead us on to the second tip, which is using exercises you like. So once you're in the gym, don't overwhelm yourself with what you saw on YouTube. Choose exercises that you know that are basic, or ones that you like or you want to try. It doesn't have to be an extreme upside down ab crunch that you saw some fitness magazine cover model do, because it does not change the insertions of the muscles and the actual range of motion that is dealt with growing the muscles or actually contracting the muscles. So go back to basics. I guarantee you the basics is what's going to make you work. And then as you evolve your physique and your skills, you can then step into a little bit more experience and advanced exercises. So that'll lead on to our next one. So our third tip is, if you don't feel motivated or strong, which will happen from time to time because each day is different in your lifestyle, you don't want to force that into your training. Otherwise, you're going to hate it again. If you don't feel motivated, but you still want to go, that's already a step forward, because you're building the habits that you want to enforce and instill into a physique or a fitness physique later on. Someone that's fit and strong needs to stay fit and strong with the foundation of good habits. So just by showing up is a really, really good habit. So don't feel like it was a waste of a workout, because you're actually building the underlying foundation of who you are about to become. Then our next tip, our fourth tip, is going to be consistency. So this is kind of like the blueprint of everyone's program, whether it's nutrition or training or cycling or sport. The more you do something, the better you get at it. But I found with a lot of my clients and a lot of people that I talk to in the gym, if you don't enjoy it, you won't do it as much. There really has to be a big result or a big reward for you to have to do it. Be that like your job. You only go to your work and your job because you get paid what you think you're worth. That doesn't necessarily happen in the gym. Well, not for a while anyway. It could take years, like myself, to actually see the results that you are expecting. And then after your expectations are blown out the window, you start to change the reasons why you train. So my reasons for training when I did start 16 years ago was to become bigger, fitter, stronger, and get the girls. It now evolved past that because I've got a girl. I am stronger. I am fitter. I'm not the biggest, but I don't want to be the biggest. So now it's more personalized for me, but it took me 16 years to really find out exactly what I want to do with myself. And I still am. It's evolving every year. So as I find new ventures, new setbacks within my physical potential, I really want to excel in each one of those areas. So my program will change across the board, just like all these influencers that you follow. What they do or what they preach online isn't necessarily what they did to get to where they are. So don't fall into the mundane of the falsification of social media. Stick to the basics, start finding your own path and create who you want to be. And you'll then soon become one of those influencers because of the experiences that you will create, the people that will look up to you because the transformations will come. So consistency is key, and that comes from enjoyment. So find what you enjoy and you will consistently do that, and that will equal the results. Now for our last tip, it is probably not as much to do with training, but it is a key factor that most people misconstrued. You cannot out-train a bad diet. Okay, what this means is if you were to eat just only McDonald's, within your calorie range, you would eventually feel like crap. Like you wouldn't have the most optimal energy to then forward your progress in the gym. And this will then lead to you and your mentality to battle each other on a consistent basis of what is going on, what's wrong, why am I feeling so lethargic all the time, but I'm eating the right amount of calories and my weight's not going anywhere. Like I'm still the same weight. What this is just bad nutrition. Okay, it's bad fuel for the body. It's almost like the analogy of putting the wrong fuel in a hotted up car. It's just not going to work. Eventually it's going to damage it. You're going to have to take the motor out, take the fuel. I don't know how a car works, but basically reset the whole car, rebuild it from the inside out, cleanse it out, and then put in the fuel that actually works for that car for it to run optimally. Now, this could take someone, I'm not going to say it damages you, but it will take you time to adjust to newer foods, for the metabolism to realize what's going on, absorb good, well-nourished nutrition when it's been so used to just storing fat, and you've got to fight back, controlling calories, controlling your mentality, the way that you feel, the way that you think. All of this is going on as you're changing food types, your training program, and obviously putting up with everything outside in the big wide world. So that is my fifth and final tip. Get into the gym, take it easy, find the basics, and start to enjoy a program that you will consistently do. Then you can evolve it. I guarantee you, if you enjoy it, you'll do it far more than if you had a program that I gave you that was just way too extreme. You know, if you tried to keep up with what I was doing, which isn't necessarily what I am doing now, because what I'm doing right now has been fluffed and taken back a few steps because of COVID. But now we're on the same page. We can start training together, and you guys can see my mentality, my training programs, and see how I'll push through. So I'm on the same page with you. I'm building back my enjoyment for the gym and not letting social media take that over. I am a natural bodybuilder and have been all my life, but I started lifting 16 years ago. So if I could throw up comparisons of what I used to look like and what I look like now, it's not a hell of a lot of difference. But experience-wise, is 16 years. So on that note, I'm going to keep putting out videos so you guys know short, sharp tips where you should start, where I'm actually at, and work along with me to get to where you want to be. Understand nutrition and training as well. So we will do nutrition programs, motivational programs as well. So I'll talk to you guys about getting motivated and staying motivated, because it's not necessarily always going to be visual motivation that's going to get you over the line. We'll delve into a lot more of the psychology of lifting, and that's going to excel you in life, not just bodybuilding. So if you did like this, make sure you like and subscribe, support me. And if you do like the information, comment below or leave me a message and share this with someone that you think would benefit from this. 5 tips from starting your bodybuilding program.